From stories around the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. Good evening, I'm Sharon Masquinius.
A very good evening indeed, I'm Charity Prarachi, and now let's move on to the headlines for tonight's news.
33 more infected corona patients have been detected today. All of them were those directed for quarantine. The first batch of Sri Lankan students trapped in the overseas is scheduled to return to the island tomorrow. President's attention on development of agricultural and other industries on district level. Curfew in the high-risk areas has been extended till next Monday. Telecast of Sri Lanka's first television channel dedicated to education begins. Easter Sunday commemoration is to take place tomorrow without people's participation. Turkey becomes the country with highest number of corona-infected persons in the Middle East.
And starting off with local stories, the highest number of coronavirus infected persons amounting to 33 was reported today. 32 out of them belonging to a group subjected to self-quarantine in Kesalwatte, Colombo. With this addition, the number of corona-afflicted patients in the island has increased to 304. 200 persons from Srimat Bandaranaike Mawatha in Kesalwatte, Colombo have been directed to quarantine centres by last night. Obtaining of phlegm samples from 90 other patients for PCR tests were also obtained at the same location. The Colombo Municipal Council and the Medical Officer of Health W.K. Chandrapala said that obtaining of samples for PCR tests from residences surrounding the area has also taken place today. 47 corona patients have been identified from the area. Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva said that a corona-infected female was detected from Kotahena on the 15th of this month. It has also been identified that 10 persons in the nearby house and 5 others have also been contracted the disease from a woman. After being admitted to the hospital on the 15th, of the husband and the 2 children of the woman were also infected. A person who had contact with the husband and who was quarantined was identified as the 16th victim. The 17th infected person was a person who had contact with the corona patient who died in Negombo several weeks ago. That person is under quarantine now. PCR tests have confirmed that he was also a corona patient.
වෙන්නේ මීට සති කිහිපයකට ප්‍රථම මී ගම්මේදී මිය ගියා පුද්ගලයෙක්. ඔහු මිය ගියන් පස්සේ ඔහුගේ අසුරු කරපු 10 අපි කියන සියලුම වලල්ලු වල ඉන්න අයවලුන් අපි පනිච්චං කේනි නිරෝධාන මධ්‍යස්ථානයකට ඔවුන් රැගෙන ගියා. ඔවුන්ගේ PCR පරීක්ෂණ වලින් තමයි ඔහු මේ ආකාරයෙන් ආසාදිතෙක් බවට තහවුරු වෙලා තිබෙන්නේ.
The highest number of patients reported previously in a day was 21 recorded on the 31st of last month. 98 persons have been fully recovered. 199 persons are continuously receiving treatments. 7 corona patients have died due to the disease. Medical investigations have been conducted on 122 more suspected corona patients. Deputy Director General Public Health Service Dr. Prabha Paliyavaradana said that they are taking samples from all persons in nearby houses. A person who was subjected to quarantine in Kalupahana in Watareka Gaul was directed to the Karapite Teaching Hospital in Gaul today on suspicion of affliction of coronavirus disease by the public health inspectors of Bope Pohoddala. This person was reported to have visited a relative house in Kesalwatte, Colombo recently. It was established yesterday that a woman in the relative's house was afflicted with coronavirus yesterday. It has also been reported that woman has arrived in the island after a tour in India. Around 60 persons in 14 houses in Kalupahana where the suspected patient reported to have contacts were also subjected to quarantine. An 11-month infant undergoing treatment at the IGH Angoda for corona infection was fully cured and sent home yesterday. 7 members of the family of the infant, including the mother, father, was hospitalized a month ago due to corona infliction. "49 persons at the Ponani quarantine center have entered quarantine and left today. 34 persons in RTTA who have entered quarantine at the Punani centre have left for their homes today. Steps have been taken to place them under quarantine for a further 14 days in their homes. Certificates have been presented to a group of those who have been entered quarantine in the area today. Commencement of construction of quarters of the nursing staff of the Infectious Disease Hospital at Angoda has taken place with the assistance of the Air Force Director of Civil Engineering and the Sri Lanka Ports Authority. Financial allocations have been provided by the Ports Authority.
The first batch of Sri Lankan students cornered overseas due to corona pandemic is scheduled to return to the island tomorrow. The group includes 100 students pursuing studies in universities in India and Pakistan. Measures have been taken to dispatch the special aircraft UL-1208 of the Sri Lankan Airlines to bring back the group to the island. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga was engaged in an observation tour at the airport premises today to inspect preparations being made to direct the group to quarantine centres upon the arrival. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that all preparations have been made to subject all those who arrived on quarantine or for testing according to the instructions of the Health Division. He also said that the Army, Air Force and the airport staff will assist in this endeavour.
And meanwhile, attention of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has been focused to develop agriculture and other industries on district level. The relevant mechanism is to be implemented through district secretaries. A media release issued by the President's Media Division today says that President has focused attention on the establishment of a new mechanism to purchase, storage and distribution of agricultural produce. The President was reported to have expressed his opinions in this regard at a discussion with the district secretaries and the President's office. The government is taking measures to restore public lift through a lifting of curfew. The aim of the government is to strengthen economy. Prominence is being given to develop the agricultural sector in order to fulfill this objective. Special emphasis is also being made on industries with inherent local characteristics on district level. The need to encourage entrepreneurs in this connection has also been pointed out. The President has stated that the government should extend fullest assistance to the relevant groups. Attention was also focused on the need to have one institute in the form of corruption to purchase vegetable produce, as in the case of the Fisheries Corporation. Agreement has been reached on this occasion on the preparation of a practical program to popularize recommendations of post-harvest technological institutions among farmers and the general public. Many groups are engaged in directly selling to the consumer the agricultural produce being purchased from farmers. The district secretaries have pointed out that the program has provided relief both to farmer and the consumer. They have also reiterated on the importance of preparing the legal methodology to invigorate and carrying forward the program. They have also pointed out on the need to set up cold room and other storage facilities on the district level and also increase in local seed production. Other factors that have come under discussion included cultivating of barren and abundant lands through development of security divisions and prison inmates, and to encourage farmers on cultivation of crops adjacent to paddy fields. And in-depth discussions were also conducted to uplift local industries in the fields of rubber manufacturing, textiles and coir brooms. The President has also extended his congratulations on the cooperations extended by district secretaries for the success of the government's program to control the coronavirus, and the district secretaries have enlightened the President on these measures taken so far to control the coronavirus expansion. The President said that he appreciates the task of the district secretaries to further develop local industries. He has also extended invitation to industrialities to further dedicate themselves for the expansion of the industries. He has also said it is more important at this occasion to bring back to the loss of self-employment opportunities. He also said that more attention is needed to focus on the current engaged in hotel service.
කාර්යයේදී එයාගේට අවශ්‍ය උදව් පුළුවන් තරම් දෙන්න මේ කාලය ඇතුළතදී නැති වෙලා තියෙන රැකියා ස්වයං රැකියා පිළිබඳවත් අධ්‍යයනයක් කරලා ඒවට කොහොමද අපි උදව් කරන්න කියන කාරණයක් වැදගත්. දැන් සංචාරක ශාස්ත්‍රයේ සංචාරකයන්ගෙන් ලැබෙන විදේශ විනිමයටත් වඩා දිගටම තිබෙන හෝටල් වල ඒගොල්ලෝ වැඩ කරන ඒ වගේම ස්වයං රැකියා වශයෙන් කරගෙන ගිය එයාට ගැනත් අපි බලන්නට වෙනවා. විශාල ප්‍රමාණයක් ස්වයං රැකියාවල සහ ඍජුවම රැකියාවල යෙදিলা හිටියාගේ ජීවන උපාය නැති වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මේ වගේ අය ගැනත් අපිට බලන්නට සිද්ධ වෙනවා. මේ සමස්තයක් වශයෙන් ජන ජීවිතය යථා තත්ත්වයට ගෙනීමට මොන විදියටද රජයක් හැටියට අපිට උදව් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ කියන එක ගැන අපි නිලධාරීන් වශයෙන් යොමු කරලා ඒක ගැන සාකච්ඡා කරලා ඒ අවශ්‍ය තැන්වලට ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙලා ඒක කරන්න එක ඉතාමත්ම අත්‍යවශ්‍ය වෙනවා මේ ඉදිරි මාස කිහිපය තුල.
And meanwhile, telecast of Sri Lanka's first television channel solely dedicated for educational purposes has commenced this morning. The channel I and Netra of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation are jointly engaged in the telecast of educational programs titled Guru Gedara Hadina Api Hadina Tana. Educational activities of students pursuing studies in schools and universities have been afflicted due to the coronavirus threat. In order to find a remedy to a problem, a presidential task force has been established on instructions of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Commencement of the educational channel is an outcome of a decision taken by the presidential task force. The relevant cabinet papers in this connection has been presented by Minister of Education, Sports, Youth Affairs, Dalasaraha Peruma. The cabinet ministers, including Minister of Information and Communication Technology, Higher Education Technology and Innovation, Dr. Bandhu Gunawardena, has given fullest approval to the program. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has extended best wishes for the program, which has commenced in the premises of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation this morning.
දරුවනි ඔබ වෙනුවෙන් මේ නාලිකාව විවර වෙන විට ශ්‍රී ලංකා ප්‍රජාතාන්ත්‍රික සමාජවාදී ජනරජයකරු ජනාධිපති ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමාත් මේ කටයුත්ත වෙනුවෙන් සුබ පැතුම් එකතු කරනවා. එතුමාගේ සුබ පැතුම අපි දැන් දකිමු.
President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that he is well aware that the prominent need of the parents in Sri Lanka is the education of their children. He added that he, as the head of the state, is extremely sensitive to this need. The president further said that all students of today were born in the 21st century. He further said that his government has given prominence to provide an education which is more suited to the present day needs.
ඉතින් ඔබට වඩාත් උචිතම නූතනම යවත් කාලීන අධ්‍යාපනයක් ලබා දීම මගේ රජය ප්‍රමුඛත්වය දී ඇති ප්‍රධානතම ව්‍යාපෘතියක්. මේ ව්‍යසන අවස්ථාවේ අහම්බයක් ලෙසින් වුවත් මේ ආරම්භ කරන්නේ එම සැලසුමේ එක් කොටසක්.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has extended the opinion regarding the new channel. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that present government accepts the present-day challenge of education the students as a blessing. He also said that they see the pandemic as a blessing to change the country. All students must cultivate their determination to succeed in their minds. Minister Dr. Bandhu Gunawardena says that he considers as a great privilege in his life to grant an opportunity to the children of the nation for education for the first time, following the creation of a television culture in the country. He has also commenced the new channel I of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation in this connection. The National Education Institute is in charge of the preparing of programs to be telecast. The students are able to join the Guru Gedara education program from 8 am to 7 pm and also from 10 pm to 12 o'clock midnight. The programs are to be conducted in the Sinhala and Tamil languages. The nighttime programs have been reserved for students pursuing vocational educational studies. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Dr. Liha Jayatilaka, said that earlier only the limited knowledge of teachers were available for students in the remote areas. However, under the current program, all students will be given an equal opportunity to pursue studies from a generation of able teachers.
කිසිම බාධාවකින් තොරව මුළු රටේම දරු පරපුර වෙත සමානාත්මතාවයෙන් බෙදලා දෙන්න. ඒක ඒ නිසා සමාජ අධ්‍යාපන ක්ෂේත්‍රය තුල සමාජ සාධාරණත්වය ඇති කිරීමේ එක්තරා විශේෂ අවස්ථාවක්.
And meanwhile, the distribution of 5,000 rupee social beneficiary allowance to a further group affected by the COVID-19 epidemic has taken place today. The group identified through rural committees were provided the allowance at their homes. The people who have been deprived of daily livelihood due to the COVID-19 infection are entitled for the relief. Accordingly, 5.3 billion rupees of families are scheduled to receive aid at a cost of 26.5 billion rupees. Under the first stage, 3.3 million persons have received allowances. Under the second stage, a further 2 billion people will receive payments. The funds are being provided based on the guidelines of the Presidential Task Force to ensure essential public services. Those who are entitled for the allowance include preschool teachers, private bus drivers and conductors, Ayurvedic physicians registered at the Ayurvedic Medical Council but not engaged in government service, handicraftsmen, handloom workers, tea small holders deprived of income, regional media personnel and families receiving maintenance allowance from courts.
Tomorrow marks the first commemoration of the Easter Sunday terror attacks. The commemoration ceremony will be run through electronic media in order to prevent assembling of people. Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, said that he has requested the government, other institutions and the people to observe a minute of silence at 8:45 in the morning. He has also requested to commemorate the dead by lighting a lamp at 8:47 a.m. The bhikkhus have also requested devotees to engage in Buddhist religious observances to invoke merits to those who were killed in the Easter Sunday attack. They also called upon to extend blessings on recovery to all those who have been continuously suffering from injuries sustained in the attack. Anunayaka of the Askariya chapter, Venerable Venerue Upalithera, said that it is extremely important to invoke merit and those killed in the attack according to Buddhist observances. Meanwhile, Minister Nimal Siripala De Silva informs all victims of the Easter Sunday attack who have not yet received compensation to apply for such compensation. The minister has requested those who have not received compensation to contact them by phone. He also assured to give prominence to provide compensation to such persons within a week.
And meanwhile, a meeting between the members of the Election Commission and high-ranking officials of the health sector has taken place at the office of the Election Commission in Rajagiriya today. Among those who have attended the meeting were the chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahinda Chakri, and members, Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Matrani Jabodhana, Director General of Health Services and Specialist Physician, Dr. Anil Jasingha, Deputy Director General of Public Health Services and Specialist Physician, Dr. Prabha Paliyavadana, Director of Infectious Disease Division, Dr. Sudat Samarveera. Director General of Health Service and Specialist Physician Dr. Anil Jasingha said that the decision is to be taken by the Election Commission. He added that they will extend cooperation to a decision taken by the Commission. A meeting between district secretaries and representatives of the Election Commission has taken place after the discussion. It has been reported that the meeting has focused attention on this present situation in the districts. And bus and train transport have recommenced in areas where curfew was lifted. The program is being carried out according to the instructions of the government. However, interprovincial bus services have not commenced today. It is compulsory for train passengers to keep in their possession job identity cards on train season tickets while travelling. The Department of Railways says the season tickets for the month of March is valid for the travel this month. 4 trains were deployed in services in our stations today. Measures are underway to cancel route permits of buses which carry more than the approved number of passengers. The Samudra Devi office train was commissioned for the passenger transfer from Galle to Indiravar in the southern province with removal of the curfew. Our correspondent says there are no passengers at railway stations in Balapitiya, Ahongala and Kosgoda. Few passengers concluded journey at the Indiravar railway station. Only a limited number was seen at the Galle town to board buses. Our reporters adds that just a limited number of persons have left for employment from Ambalangoda as well. A small group was found waiting for buses. State and private transportation in the Batticaloa district have returned to normal. Our correspondent says that train services have not yet commenced. Travelling on the southern highway has also commenced today. The road was kept open to reach out stations from Galle with the reopening of the Pinaduwa exchange. And with that, we conclude tonight news. Do it just tomorrow at the very same time. Good night. Good stay safe.